Welcome to West Clouds Rising, a site dedicated to biblical prophecy concerning the end of this age. I am Joel Michael, and I've been writing a blog post under the name West Clouds Rising for about 2.5 years. And I'm just now starting to bring this content to video. And I'm doing that to allow me to explore some new areas, provide some new insights that are sometimes hard to cover within the confines of a post. And I'll give you a better idea of how I approach prophecy, as I like to take a complete view. And I think there's a lot of fallacies that can occur when we just take one scripture and start adding to it church tradition and our general understanding of history to try to exactly understand what's happening. Whereas there's so much scripture that corroborates any one of these particular scriptures. Revelation almost always, there's very few places where we don't have some other scripture that's discussing the same things. For example, Revelation 6 and 7, we hear about the opening of the six seals, and we had a picture of the day of the Lord, and then this event that occurs in heaven. Well, Matthew 24 describes the same thing, but from an earthly perspective, whereas Revelation gives us a heavenly perspective. We see the same things, the same signs happening. We see day of the Lord language, and then this rapture event that occurs. That's further corroborated by Mark 13 and Luke 21. We see similar things, let's say, with the war of Gog and Magog and the invasion of Israel. Ezekiel 38 discusses this, but we can get more insight about it from Zechariah 12 and Zechariah 14, as well as Daniel 11, which gives us a lead up to the whole unveiling of the Antichrist and the abomination of desolation, which ties into multiple scriptures. I recently did a few videos on the four horsemen, and there I was able to tie in visions that Zechariah had of the horsemen in the Old Testament, dealing with Babylon, and then how that tied into Daniel 5 and showing how Daniel 5 showed us the events happening on the earth, and how both those give us better insight into the missions of the four horsemen that are described in Revelation 6. So I think you'll find it's insightful, and by doing so, we avoid some of these pitfalls that occur in end times prophecy. And I think this has led to a lot of misunderstandings, such as a pre-tribulation rapture versus a post-tribulation rapture, preterism versus futurism. I tackle these controversial topics and use scripture to try to pull out the truth of what's happening in these events. So I hope this approach you'll find fresh. I believe you'll find these videos and my blog posts intriguing. And I encourage you, if you like the videos, please press like. It allows this to be distributed to a broader audience, as well as subscribe so you get notified of future videos. And if you want to go to my website, it is at www.westcloudsrising.com. Thank you for watching.